Hey everybody, I am Melody from Paradise Creations. So I've been sitting here, I'm watching YouTube. I'm taking today off. Today is April the 10th. And so I'm taking the day off and watching a little YouTube and took a nap and not much. That's pretty much all I've done today. Oh, and then I ate something. But anyhow, so I wanted to tell you some good news. Well, I hope it's good news. To me, I hope it's good news. I put my house up on the market last Friday, a week ago yesterday. I have had, I don't know, probably about 20 showings. Seems like it's been every day that I've had a showing. And so there's nothing for today, thank goodness, so I could rest. I didn't have to worry about getting up, getting dressed, trying to find somewhere to go with Angel and that kind of thing. And talking about Angel, look who just woke up. And she likes to lay on my lap and take her little nap. So, what I hope is the good news is I have an offer. Now, my real estate agent didn't know all the information yet. She says, but one of the realtors that showed this house had a customer or client come back with an offer, so I have no idea what it is. I'm going to be firm on this house because I have to have money for the closing cost. I want to pay straight cash, no debt whatsoever on my new home, and then the rest of it I'm going to put into my savings or something. And so I don't know. I've been waiting all day for my realtor to call me back to see if she had any news. My bangs are getting long. Look at that. So now I'm doing this. But anyhow, so that is my good news. I hope. I'm not sure. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, and he turned 73. And so I bought him a card, and with a little emotion, with some emotion. I don't know what's wrong with me the last few weeks. I can't seem to get my words out without stumbling. I got him a card with a lot of emotions in it, saying that I'm glad that we're sharing our lives together, and I should have put a D on the end of share, but I didn't think about it at the time. And, how much I love him and that kind of stuff. And then at the bottom I wrote, I have always loved you and I always will. Love, Sweetums. He has called me, that was the nickname he gave me, and that's what he always called me. Since day one, since the first time, let's see, I think since our first date. Or was it before? Anyhow, somewhere around that time, that's when he started calling me Sweetums. No one that I've dated when I was a teenager, my first husband, I never got a special name from them. Elgin's the only one I got it from. So I bought him some flowers, and I put them in the vase. And then I bought him a balloon from Dollar Tree. It says celebrate, happy birthday, and that kind of thing. So this was his first birthday. He was able to spend with his parents in, in maybe 28 years. I think his parents passed away 28 years ago. And so this is his first birthday that he's ever been able to spend with his family. I mean, his whole family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, so forth. And I was very happy for him. So I say a prayer every night, and I include Elgin in also, because I always ask God if he has an angel that can send messages from God to the person that the message is for, to tell them, or to tell him, my husband, that I love him, that I miss him, and I will get to see him again one day, and then we'll never be apart ever, ever, ever again. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being with him again. But meanwhile, I have to learn how to live this new life, I guess is the way I want to say it. I haven't been left alone. Well, no, I really haven't been left alone a lot since he's passed away, because my mother's been here. And my sister and her husband has been here for me too. Boy, you should have seen me. It was like 4 days ago. I am bipolar with depression mixed in with it. And I will let things build up. And I've told my mother, when was it? Last week or the week before, I says, I feel like my brain is about ready to burst wide open, because I'm feeling so much pressure. Not physical pressure, but like, why is this going on? And, that kind of thing. And then all the things I've had to deal with to get finances together. And all the phone calls I've had to make to try to get his Navy pay and I get his Social Security check with mine, so that's a good thing. They've already started that one. And they even gave me the back pay from December to last month. Yeah, because next Wednesday will be when my husband and I would have gotten our checks. So I'll get both mine and his. And then, let's see, who else? The VA sent me a check, but I'm not going to get any VA benefits. And I don't think I'll be getting any VA money. He was very proud of his Navy career. He did 26 years, and he was so proud of it. And, I can actually talk about him now. Smile. I can't say not cry, because sometimes I still do, but not as much as I did in the beginning. I think I am starting to get over this. Well, I don't know if I'm getting over it. What's the right word for this? I'm in the beginning stages is what. Maybe I should do like that 12-step program for the alcoholics and that kind of thing. Maybe I should do something like that. But I'm just taking one day at a time. Just one day at a time. I have done so much packing. I have a storage unit. And I've got boxes and bags of stuff in that storage unit. My yarn and some of my fabrics are in bags. And so I'm going to finish packing up my sewing room. I don't want anyone to mess with that, because I'm labeling the boxes a certain way. I'm labeling like a cotton print. Fabric, cotton print. If I have like a cotton solid mixed in, just so I could get the box filled, then I'll do fabric, cotton print, and solid print, solid cotton. And so that's how I label everything. I want to know exactly when I go in that storage unit and I'm looking for something, I know exactly which box it's going to be in. So that's why I'm doing it that way. Now, I had, was it last week? I think it was. Anyhow, and some people came in to help me pack. Well, this one lady, you know what she did? She packed up every one of my knives, my paring knives and all that stuff, right? And she packed it all, and she didn't put the sleeves on them, you know, those things that you slide it in. And I didn't know that. And so the next day I had a new helper, and he went to go put it in the garage, and he got cut by that knife. I had no idea that she packed it like that. And I've been searching for my knives because I've got the sleeves to put them in. Can't find my knives. So the only thing I can think what happened was she packed all my knives except for one. They were probably in the dishwasher because I remember she cleaned out the dishwasher. So that's probably where they were. So, I don't know. Oh, so, I don't know. It's, what time is it? It's 25 to 6. It's almost somebody's, you know what time. Feeding. I'm not going to say the other word. I usually say dad. For the animals. And, or either I'll say, are you hungry? I can't say that word because somebody's right there still on my lap, as you can tell. You can see it in the little corner right here. She's something else. She will not leave my side. And if she can't get to me, she gives me that sad look. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And then Cuddles, she's doing pretty good. Now, when was it? A couple of weeks ago, she had a sore on her body. And I'm going to insert a picture right here. All right, so anyhow, I don't know what it was. So I called the vet up so she could see Cuddles. And by the time I got Cuddles to the vet for her appointment, it healed up on its own. And it's really strange. I mean, the red part in the middle, and then it's got pink around it. So I thought it was called that, what would that be called? Anyhow, and the center looked like it was blood red. And then her hair, it looks like somebody got a pair of scissors and very carefully made a circle because the top of her hair was all evened. The circle was all evened. Now, if an animal gets a sore, they're not going to have their hair looking that way. And so I got a feeling, see, she likes to get out. And I used to let her out, but I'm not going to anymore. Because I think somebody did something to her. Because when I let her out, she had her new collar on. When she came back, there was no collar, no tags, no nothing. Everything was gone. And there's no way that she could have gotten that off her neck. And because it has one of those things that are hard to, get open, but they kind of go in like this together. So I think someone hurt her. It didn't look like a cigarette burn, but I can't figure it out. But, you look at the picture and you'll see that that it doesn't look like a cigarette burn. So I don't know. I mean, she was still herself, ornery as everything, and eating fine, and sometimes she'd be running around the house playing. So physically, I guess she was okay. I don't know. She never, her eyes never told me that she was in pain, because that's how I can tell if animals are in pain, is through their eyes. I learned that with Missy when she passed away 5.5 years ago. And we took her for her last ride. And I told my husband, I says, no, I don't want to put her down. And then I was looking in the back seat at her, and she had this look like, please let me go. I'm in so much pain. And I told my husband, I says, okay, let's take her to the vet and let's put her down. So I have a video on YouTube somewhere of her last ride. I'm not sure how I titled it. If I titled it Missy's Last Ride or something like that. We took her to the pet store and we took her to the park. And what else did we do with her? Well, the doctor said I had 1 hour to decide if I'm going to put her down or let her live. But she lost 75% of her kidneys. So she had kidney failure. So that was a hard decision to make, to let her go. But then I found this little girl right here. I found her on the Humane Society's Facebook page, and I saw her picture, and I saw her eyes, and her eyes were so sad looking. And I knew that she needed someone to make her happy. So that's how I got her. And they spayed her and updated her on her shots and everything before they would let her come to me. Well, and then also I had to wait a week, because just in case that her owners, which I knew were not going to show up, but by law they have to wait 1 week for the owners to claim their animals. If no one claims the animals, then they're put up for adoption. Well, that's how I got her. I had to wait a week, and every day I'm sending them messages. I know they were getting tired of me writing, but every day I'd send them messages. Has she been adopted? I mean, has her owner come for her yet? Is she still there? You know, that kind of stuff. So finally I got a message back from them, and they said the week is up, she's still here, and we're going to spay her, and we're going to get her some shots to get her updated on rabies and everything, just in case. And they said I could go in the next day. And I went, and I picked her up, and I looked at her, and I said, do you need someone to take care of you? And do you need someone to help you do you need someone to make you happy? And do you need someone to care for you? And so she just kept looking at me like she understood what I was saying. And she was, her hair was all mangled up. Oh, it was awful. She looked terrible, but underneath all of that mess, I could see there was a beautiful little girl underneath all that mess. See, they found her roaming the streets. And I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure she was abused in more than one way. She's an aggressive dog. She's not scared of any size dog. And my daughter said maybe she was backed up into a corner, and there were some other dogs in the house, and they backed her up in a corner. And you know how dogs are. You know, they might growl at her or whatever. And I do know that she was hit with a broom, because even to this day, 5 years later, I pull the broom out to clean the floor, and it's like, you know, and she gets all tensed up, and then she kind of backs off and tries to, and then sometimes she'll go hide. And the first time I pulled out a broom after I adopted her 5 years ago, she did that. But it was a little bit worse at that point. And I says, oh no. I says, don't tell me you were beaten with a broom. I mean, people these days. And so I have to be very careful about pulling my broom out and my dustpan. So when I do it when I know she's taken a nap and she's not going to see it. So that's when I pull it out to clean the floor. Anything else, a vacuum, a mop, or whatever, it doesn't scare her. It's just the broom. And there's other signs of her being abused also. So the doctor said, according to how her teeth looked and all, she could have been like 2 years old when I adopted her. So I'm thinking she's probably about 7. But you don't go doing stuff like that to an animal. God put these dogs and cats and whatever animals on this earth for us to take care of, and to put protein in our bodies. Certain animals, to put protein in our bodies. But you don't go messing with something that could be someone's pet or someone's soulmate. She's my best friend. Beside my husband, she's my best friend. I've always called her my therapy dog. And I told my husband when we first got her, I said, I think she's going to be good about helping me get over Missy. And he fell in love with her. He didn't see her until I brought her home. And he just fell in love with her. He thought she was the cutest thing. And I remember he was at his computer. He was always on his computer. I told him, I says, when you die, I'm going to get your body and I'm going to stuff it and put it in front of your computer. He used to laugh about that. He thought that was so funny. He'd say, you'd probably do it too, wouldn't you? I said, well, I don't know. Don't tempt me. And so anyhow, he was on his computer when I came home. I used to work in the church office, so I came home from work that day. And no. That's not right. Because I went to the pet store that we used to take Missy to. And I had an anxiety attack or something. Something happened. But anyhow, they had to call my husband because they took my phone and how did they get his number? I don't remember. But anyhow, and they called the rescue squad. And the rescue squad asked me, do you think you need to go to the ER? I says, I don't know. I says, all I know is that something happened to me in that store, and I don't know what it was. And so I gave Angel to Elgin. Yeah, I said your name. Isn't she cute? I love the back of her head with her ears. What do you want? She says, I want some attention. So that's right. I was in the pet store, and that's how Elgin saw Angel for the first time, because he came to the store. It was Pet Supermarket. And do you know, to this day, I have not been back in Pet Supermarket since I got her. And I went in there to get her the usual things, bowls and a couple of toys and stuff and food and, stuff like that. And I was fine. And when I headed back up front, after I got her some food, something happened that snapped inside me, and I just went crazy. And so that's how he met Angel for the first time. And I think I just had a panic attack is all it was, because that was where Missy used to go for her outings. And so I go to Petco, because we only have Petco and Pet Supermarket. So I go to Petco because I don't have any memories in that store of Missy. Now, I've got memories in that store of Angel, but other than that, I don't have any problems going into Petco. Sometimes I'll take her, and then sometimes I won't. It depends on if I have to go somewhere else. So, I'm supposed to go to Office Depot today. We were doing some shredding, my mother and I, the other night, and the shredder broke, and the plastic parts broke. So I told my mother, I says, well, I'll have to find another one. So I found one for $35 on Office Depot on their website. So I went ahead and ordered it. So it's there. I just have to go pick it up. And so anyhow, can't think of anything else much to talk about. How long have I been on here? I can't tell. 25 minutes. See, it's white up against my robe here, and I can't see the time. That's why I put my hand down like that, and then I could see. So I've been on here 26 minutes. I think that's long enough. Okay, well, you have a good day or good night whenever you're watching this. Please subscribe, click the like channel, and leave comments and questions. Bye-bye for now.